We're joined in studio by just some of those boxers, as well as the Minister of Sport and Recreation, Mbalula, and SABC's COO, Motsoeneng. A very good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Minister, I'm going to start with you. There was lots of excitement a couple of Friday nights ago when we actually launched to say that there is no more blackout on SABC TVs. Boxing is back, but this is the very first fight night, and you came from the most famous fight night, Pacquiao-Mayweather. What are you expecting tonight?
Pound for pound, big boxing night, like it is said. It is boxing explosion. We're knocking out the blackout with the African spice, and we've got the ladies making it also tonight. So South Africa, sit up and take notice, boxing is here. And we're quite excited that finally we're back. We're back on SABC, the biggest, television platform in the African continent.
Minister, you've been integral in the discussions to make sure that this happens, to make sure that boxing does come back onto television screens. Are you happy with the way the discussions are going and the contracts that are currently in place?
Well, I'm very happy. I'm still saying even now, to make it more exciting, there will always be a challenge of corporate sponsorship, and we're still calling on them to come on this big platform. But we're not going to wait for that. My department and government is fully committed to support the bouts and the promoters and the boxers to make their thing, and to promote the most exciting bouts and boxers who have never had an opportunity to be seen. But boxing never died. What died was the knockout. The boxers have been fighting, winning titles, going as far as the United States of America. And everywhere else in the world, London, everywhere. I mean, you can name all our boxers who have made it. And I think now that they are back on SABC, South Africans are going to see their heroes. In that way, to us, it's a multiplying effect to creating role models and diversifying sport, to say boxing is here alongside other sporting codes.
CEO, there's been such a great reception. Do you think that just one live fight night per month is going to be enough to, feed the appetite that we've seen with South African audiences?
For SABC, we are very excited that boxing is back. And from us, really, we want people to watch SABC. But I want to emphasize that it is not about television only. It is about radio. Remember, radio commands huge audience, so we should not forget about radio. There are people who are staying at the rural areas. They depend on radio stations. So we are glad that at least radio stations and television will be there, making sure that boxing is on television, boxing is on radio.
And everything is in place for tonight. Unfortunately, time is up and we don't want to be late for news. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming into studio. We appreciate it. We look forward to a great production tonight, the very first live fight night, the TKO coming back onto SABC television screens. That's on SABC2 at 9:30 this evening. You've heard from the Minister as well as the COO. It's all systems go, and they have certainly knocked out the blackout when it comes to boxing in the country. We're going to chat to the boxers a little bit later on, right here on Morning Live. Stay with the show.